We are the Hugo Boss team from Fountas Van University of Applied Sciences, and we did research about Hugo Boss' current business problem. We are going to present you the results of our business research and give you well-researched recommendations. We have investigated your company. We did research about the market and industry that you are operating in and found solutions to the business problem. The business problem that we have investigated is Hugo Boss has trouble reaching Generation Z in Germany. Who is Generation Z? Generation Z is born between 1995 and 2010. They have been raised using a lot of internet and social media. When it comes to their customer behavior, they like brands which are related to influencers and celebrities. They appreciate personalized products, and 85% of them is learning about new products through social media. Market forces of demand and supply. The force of demand and supply has an important role for your industry. Because you are the part of the fashion industry, you are a part of a polypoly. This means that the market shares of companies in the market are close to zero. The supplier has less power over the market. This is caused by many sellers and suppliers who offer a good. The demand can also affect the price. If people buy less of a certain product, the company affected should consider lower price sales. Your company depends greatly on the demand of their customers. If Hugo Boss at your worldwide revenue from 2001 to 2019, one can notice an increase from 2003 until 2008 from 1.0 billion until 1.69 billion. Surprisingly, the numbers from 2008 until 2009 show a downfall from 0.13 billion. This shows an uncertainty in the prediction of the future based on previous sales. All in all, it is clear how important the demand is for Hugo Boss. Less demand causes less sales and a lower market power.
Production cost and production structure. Your sales of 2019 are 2.88 billion euros and the cost of sales are 1.01 billion euros, which makes a gross profit of 1.87 billion euros, which is equal to 65% of your overall sales. You produce 83% at external factories, which is a high amount. You do not have full control of this part of the production because you only produce 17% yourself. Innovating smart factories like the one in Izmir can bring you a lot of advantages in the future. Those advantages will be further explained in the opportunities from the pestle. We have investigated the macro environment using the pestle analysis, and these are our main findings. The interest rates in Germany are extremely low and are even zero. This means that it is a great opportunity for you to borrow money from the bank because you do not pay interest over the borrowed money from the banks. You have an opportunity to invest the borrowed money in creating more smart factories like your smart factory in Izmir. This is a technological opportunity within the production structure mentioned earlier. This specific opportunity will lead to a decrease in salary on the long term because the machines will replace jobs. Hugo Boss can also invest in marketing social media in order to reach Generation Z. The number of German social media users grew steadily in recent years from 35.3 million in 2015 to 38.7 million in 2019. And by marketing online, you can reach a big part of the German population, so Generation Z. Another threat is the fact that the fashion industry is one of the main sources of the greenhouse gases that are overheating the planet. The textile industry is the second biggest polluter of local fresh water in the world. 39 billion cubic meters of water. Generation Z is aware of the need of change and they are switching to more eco-friendly brands. The fact that you are not completely sustainable brand might cause less sales and customer loyalty.
We have used the broader 5 force to analyze your industries. This model is used to avoid or minimize the risk of losing the competitive edge that you have and to ensure the profitability of the products in the long run. The customer powers is an opportunity for Hubos. You are the brands of customers over the world, and in 2019, the sales were about 2.9 billion euros. The first choice of substitutes is change in arbitrage. According to market analyst Kantar, the sales of shoes are down 7% year-on-year, ties are down 6%, and blazers go down 10%. The sales of shoes are going down, and people start to dress more casually. This number comes to the fact that people start to dress more casual for work. Because you are known for the sale of formal wear, you need to give more focus to the sale of your casual wear. The second choice of substitutes is people look for a different price range. A choice of substitutes can be that people want to buy cheaper or more expensive brands. The disposable income in Germany is rising, and this would most likely lead to people buying more expensive clothes. If you look how the growth gets distributed over German population, you can find a growth in overall inequalities on its own. The picture is one of rising inequalities. Both the bottom and top income groups have grown.
Importance of sustainability. Sustainability is a peaceful coexistence between natural environment and human civilization. The three P's are profit, people, and planet. Your company contributes to economy by providing employment for over 17,000 people and generating nearly 3 billion sales in 2019. You prohibit child labor and prescribe decent working conditions. However, we are aware about the case of forced labor in India. Large part of Generation Z fight for human rights and equality, so having this kind of scar on the image might not encourage young customers. Your brand is also not completely eco-friendly company, but you are aware of the need of change. Your company committed for the vision of a climate-neutral fashion industry by 2050, and you are trying to switch to more sustainable materials. You claim that you are against testing on animals. However, Hugo Boss perfumes are sold worldwide, what means also in China, and we know that China laws still require mandatory tests on animals on all cosmetics imported into the country.
Survey and its results. The main research question was why Hugo Boss has troubles with reaching Generation Z in Germany. To answer this question, we used convenience sampling method. During pandemic time, it was hard to use an interview or focus group to find answers to our research question. Therefore, we as a group decided to do a survey. This gave us the opportunity to easily reach a big group of people and get a high respondence rate. We are aware of the fact that our survey did not cover the whole Generation Z, but we are convinced that our sample will give an overview about a part of Generation Z and will bring an indication that could lead to answers. Conducting a survey, we received 36 answers. Respondents' age is mainly focused on the group from 18 to 24 years, 88%. Out of all people surveyed, young generation is a main focus for us. Big percentage of them is also interested in fashion industry, 61.1%, which gives us an idea that their answers are relevant to our main research question. Young generation is focused on brand quality, 72%, and pricing, 39%. Therefore, 44% of respondents would choose Hugo Boss as the brand that fits their lifestyle. This gives us an idea in which direction Hugo Boss must develop in this moment. However, survey results showed that 11% of the participants are somewhat dissatisfied with the Hugo Boss brand, meaning that changing the focus from formal style to casual style will be an important choice in order to reach Generation Z. The conclusion and recommendations are going to be provided by our group. Conclusion. In summary, Hugo Boss is a brand strong loyalty within German customers. Your production is not sustainable, but you are aware of the need of change. We can conclude that you are not active enough in social media, which is an important part of Generation Z lives. As we know from our survey, the brand quality and pricing are important factors of Generation Z customers, and Hugo Boss has both good quality clothes and affordable prices starting from €40 per t-shirt. However, you do not know how to approach this particular generation. Your sales channels are most efficient for Generation Z when being online. Therefore, you should use social media accounts and online shops to expand promoting and selling products. Expanding your segment to Generation Z will lead in having more competitors. When taking all the data above in consideration, it is therefore concludable for Hugo Boss to pay attention to sustainability and expanding their appearance online even more.
Let's come to the recommendations. We would recommend you to invest in your own production process. You only produce 17% at your production sites and 83% is produced by external producers. This is a big gap, and we would recommend to increase your own production so you would have a better control of your production process and quality. By investing in smart factories, you can also cut out jobs on the long run because the machines will replace jobs. By producing more products in your own factories, you will have a better control of your production process and quality. Like we found out in our survey, Generation Z is putting a huge emphasis on quality. Generation Z prefers sustainable brands, however, Hugo Boss is not following that. It can be your first step on the way to become more sustainable. Also, by implementing a new tailor-made strategy, you will decrease the return rates. By doing this, they also take in consideration the sustainability trend by reducing return shipments, which means more environmentally friendly distribution processes. Another recommendation for Hugo Boss is to try and reach Generation Z, marketing-wise, by increasing your social media activity and embrace working with micro-influencers. As they are the digital celebrities of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc., they reach up to 1 million followers, will influence Generation Z's buying behavior. However, for the brand, higher costs are expected, since an influencer with up to 500,000 followers charges up to $25,000 per Instagram post. The recommendations given by our group will bring your brand Hugo Boss closer to Generation Z and their customer behavior.